There's a lot of chat today, Jamie Weir. Isn't a lot of deconstruction of the performance. There was lots of talk about Phil Foden after the first game. He was one of, for me, England's brighter players last night. I thought, he caused a few bits and bobs.
Maybe a bit kinder than me.
Had a couple of opportunities which he kind of carved out for himself.
True.
He did get hooked, of course, and Southgate knows more about football than me.
Yeah.
But, there's lots of things. I mean, we talked about Trent Alexander-Arnold and Harry Kane earlier, didn't we? So what are we saying about this guy?
Well, the question is, how do we get the best out of Phil Foden? And the harsh answer might be that Gareth Southgate simply can't get the best out of him, because the position that he has occupied so successfully from Manchester City all season is in that 10 role. You said there were a couple of bright bits from him last night, and there were a couple of bright bits, but it was when he drifted into that position where his natural inclination is to go and where he can affect the game, because he cannot affect the game from the left-hand side of the pitch. And I think we have seen that now. And it's whether Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden can both be on the pitch at the same time, given that is both of their favourite position. We might have the Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard debate of this generation. Can both of these guys be on the same pitch at the same time? And they are two world-class footballers, the standout Premier League player of the season and Jude Bellingham, the standout La Liga player of the season. Can they be on the pitch at the same time for England? I don't know. And if you look at where England attacked Denmark last night, it is quite clear that they have a bit of a left-sided problem. 24% of the attacks coming down the left-hand side, as opposed to almost double that, 46% coming down the right-hand side. That was very similar for the game against Serbia as well. Both goals that England scored in the Euros so far have come from that right-hand side. Bukayo Saka providing that first one against Serbia, that cross for Jude Bellingham. Kyle Walker nipping in on the defender's blind side and setting up Harry Kane yesterday. You've got two players who are so comfortable in that position. Kyle Walker, aging like a fine wine, 34 years of age, still express pace. Those overlapping runs with Bukayo Saka, who keeps his width. That's the role he plays for Arsenal. He knows the role he's playing. Contrast that to the left-hand side of the pitch, and it's not Kieran Trippier's fault, but you've got a right-footed player playing at left-back. I thought actually Kieran Trippier was really good yesterday, but it's just not his natural position. He's always wanting to cut back.
Both games, I think.
Yeah, but he's always having to cut back onto his right foot, so that just naturally stems any flow down that side. And you've got a player playing on the left who doesn't want to be on the left, who can't affect the game from the left, who wants to drift back into that 10 role, where Jude Bellingham already is, where Harry Kane's dropping into as well.
Yeah.
So you've got three players who are all stepping on each other's toes in a very similar position of the pitch. So how do we get the best out of Phil Foden?